Tell me, give me instance,
When you
even
go,
just one instance, where what she did was destabilizing the government.
when you go out of the country, using the seal of the vice presidency, telling the world that we are in a time that the Philippines is in darkness.
You're talking about the UN.
Not just the UN, ma'am.
You mean she's done every time?
So many
She's
speeches
gone
in the
abroad?
past. So we actually in our impeachment complaint we have 6 speeches that she has done. All of those pointing to the fact that bodies are in the streets, people are killed right there and then, and the OFWs are going to us telling us that di na sila makakauwi. There's an OFW married to an Italian guy.
So it all boils down to drugs.
Yes, to her the fight
To
on
her,
drugs.
to her reaction to the fight on drugs.
Yes.
All right. Now, what has she said? That there are bodies on the street. Are there not bodies on the street? I've seen pictures.
That is the problem.
Oh, what do you mean?
Number one, ma'am. There are always bodies in the street, even during the time of President Aquino.
So actually, the Philippines is a killing field.
No, we're saying is the problem has always been there, but to highlight it in a way that it is going to aggravate it and put us in a situation wherein the Philippines looks like a killing field. That is not acceptable.
Do you agree, though, with the statistics that in the 6 months or the 7 months of the Duterte administration, the number of extrajudicial killings exceeded the entire Marcos regime?
Ma'am.
You don't agree with that?
Yes.
Okay.
We do not agree with it. Technically, when you say extrajudicial killing, it pertains to intentional homicide under international law concept under the United Nations. The problem with the 7,000 is that we technically look at the records.
Okay.
There are only, if you look at drug-related killings in the PNP, starting from the term of Duterte until the present, there are only around 2,300 killed related to drugs.
Only 2,300
Yes.
killed. Assuming that it was 2,500 killed, that's acceptable?
Ma'am,
Yes or no?
I'm not justifying killings. It's just that in a war on drugs, you have to be, it is not foolproof.
Gabi-gabi po kami yung nagsushow. Wala naman po kaming nakikita mga patayan sa lansangan po.
You mean to say, yung mga pictures na nasa newspaper, mali yun?
Hindi, maaaring meron po, pero...
Anong timo na, maaari pa o meron?
O, meron po siguro,
Okay.
ma'am. Kaya lang po, unfair naman po na sasabihin natin extrajudicial killing na iniutos ng Pangulo.
But I have seen the news reports, and apparently it's been brought all over, and the Philippines has done nothing to say, no, there are no extrajudicial killings.
Sinabi po ni Presidente po yan sa speech niya. Totoo po, problema. Siyempre, kakampi niyo si Lenny, supporter kami ni Duterte, hindi po talaga tayo magkakasundo sa pinag-uusapan.
No, can I make a comment on that, ma'am? In the first place, ma'am, the President has been going out of the country, lumalabas po siya sa bansa, saying those basic things. Hindi naman siya nagkulang eh. Pag sinasabi mong pinapatay, pag naglaban, okay, sabihin natin, sometimes may mga mami-misquote siya or anything else. But at the end of the day, he's going out also trying to do some things. But the problem is, he is running the country. So, kukunti lang yung time niya to change perceptions. Sa amin po, why we find it really disturbing is that, number one, we can fix the problem within the Philippines.
Okay, I looked at the video, and she gave statistics about, one, the summary executions.
First of all, ma'am, there is no judicial killing in the Philippines because there is no death penalty at this point. So all killings are extrajudicial killings.
In other words, these drug-related deaths, you do not accept it as an extrajudicial killing, or you say, well, all of them are extrajudicial killings.
I'm saying is that because we do not have a judicial killing, the statistics, yung masasabi natin what can be considered extrajudicial has already been muddled by itself.